Yo, so guys, welcome back to another video. This is a reaction to the top 10 worst racist incidents in sports. I don't like how it says top. I mean, it's sort of like you're ranking it. I don't know, top sort of means good in a way. I don't know. The way they title their videos is very strange. I mean, you've got here, top 10 celebrity racist comments. Why is it a top 10? Just say the 10 worst. What the fuck? But yeah, this is a reaction to this. There's probably going to be some people in the comments that are pressed. I mean, I done a reaction to someone trolling the KKK leader about a month ago, and there was a few comments, not many, and most people were like laughing at how stupid he was and stuff, but a few comments of people like pretty much siding with the KKK leader and all this crap. So I know there's going to be people out there that for some reason just watch this and get angry. You're just obviously not there 100%, but obviously I know 99% of people won't see it like that, and it's just sad to see stuff like this happening. But if you are someone who doesn't like this sort of stuff, just don't watch this video. I mean, at the end of the day, I'd probably prefer it if you don't. But we're going to watch this. We're going to see some of these incidents. I'm expecting a lot of football-related ones, or a few. Definitely Luis Suarez. I mean, as a Man United fan, that's something I actually watched live, I'm pretty sure. So I'm sure it'll pop up sometime in this video. But let's check this out and see some of these incidents.
Well, that was uncalled for. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 worst racist incidents in sports.
It's not a top 10, man.
Well,
it is, but it's not.
We publish new videos
God's
every
sake,
day,
man.
so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we're looking at episodes throughout sports history where someone showed prejudice to someone else based on their race.
Bro,
Keep in mind that these incidents aren't necessarily things that happened at a sporting event. If it happened within the world of sports, it will be considered. Number 10. Kelly Tillman is suspended and Dave Senior fired.
Lynch him in the back alley.
Yeah.
Lynching is
What? Oh my god, I've just sort of had to clock what she's just said here. Bro, I mean, golf is one of those sports that I see as a proper white man sport. So I can imagine someone like Tiger Woods would have been sort of, I don't know what the word is, but would have had a lot of things said about him just because of the era and sort of like the sport. Yeah, that's nuts. Holy shit, what?
no laughing matter, but Kelly Tillman unfortunately needed a refresher on the subject. During a telecast, PGA anchor Nick Faldo joked about golfers ganging up on Tiger Woods. Playing along, Tillman responded, quote, "Lynch him in the back alley." Faldo was clearly taken aback, as were Tillman's superiors, who suspended her for 2 weeks. In response, Golf Week
For 2 weeks? Bro, nowadays you're not getting a job again. Bro, what?
ran an article about the controversy, with that issue's cover depicting a hanging noose. This cover also caused controversy, and resulted in the termination of the magazine's editor, Dave Senior. Sadly, this wasn't even the first time Tiger Woods was the target of racism.
Yeah, not
Remember when
surprised.
Fuzzy Zeller said that Woods shouldn't serve fried chicken at the Masters dinner?
Pat him on the back, say congratulations, enjoy it, and tell him not to serve fried chicken next year. Got it. All right.
Number 9.
Bro, yeah, golf. I just see golf and I see rich white men who, you know what I'm trying to say, just have certain opinions. God damn, I bet Tiger and Woods has faced a lot of things in that
Guriel
sport.
makes Asian eyes. Oops. Didn't mean for the cameras to pick that up, did ya? During Game 3 of the 2017
Yeah, that's kind of wild. He obviously was just doing it, and then he didn't realize the camera was on him. Thank God it was, though. Caught red-handed.
Series. Houston Astros batter
In
Yuli
4K.
Gurriel hit a home run against Japanese pitcher Yu Darvish. After returning to the dugout, Gurriel mockingly
What is that
scratched
hair?
his eyes with his fingers and called Darvish a chinito, which means little Chinese boy in Spanish. As a result, Gurriel received a 5-game suspension for the 2018 season, although he was allowed to continue playing in the World Series.
He should
That's
have
his
played this
response as
game.
well.
That wasn't a cool gesture, especially everybody watching.
In fact, Gurriel played against Darvish again during Game 7, where he tipped his helmet to the pitcher in a sign of respect and apology.
And Gurriel tips his helmet out toward
He must have
Yu
been getting
Darvish.
abused for time
Number
after
8.
that.
Joel Ward's goal.
Canoodle shot, caught up into the rebound, they score! It is Ward!
Some people take their hockey a bit too seriously. Black player Joel Ward scored the game-winning goal in Game 7 of the 2012 Eastern Conference quarterfinals against the Boston Bruins, eliminating the Bruins from the playoffs. As you can imagine, Boston fans were none too happy, and took to Twitter to publicly attack Ward.
Oh, bro, nowadays this is 10 times worse. Obviously, I'm not going to say anything about this because I don't know about the situation, but nowadays this happens every game. There's like 10-year-olds on Twitter saying all they can. Oh, yeah, it's nuts. It's nuts out here, man.
Many calling him the N-word. This caused many of Ward's defenders to publicly unveil the names and addresses of the racist posters.
He's in minor.
Oh,
He's a minor,
shit.
So there's nothing to say about the racist
He's
comments
not
he
racist.
said? He's not?
Racist, all
Does he
right?
want to
So
apologize to it,
He has
though?
apologized via the web. He has.
2 years later,
Via the
Boston
web.
fans would do the exact same thing to Montreal Canadiens player PK Subban after he scored the game-winning goal in double overtime of Game 7 to end the Bruins season in the second round.
They win the draw. Barkov. Subban shoots. He scores.
Fuck me, that was a good shot. That's from miles
Number
away.
7, the Luis Suarez
Yeah, I know. This is probably the most infamous one in
racial
football.
abuse incident.
Liverpool are privately admitting they mishandled the
This situation was an absolute mess, man. How Liverpool sort of dealt with it after they wore shirts in support for him. They wore shirts in support of this guy who was who said the racist abuse, supporting him. Like, that is nuts. I can't even get over that. And this is like, what, 2012, 2013? It's crazy.
racism affair.
The controversial Luis Suarez incident took place in 2011 at a
2011,
game between
okay.
Liverpool FC and Manchester United. During the game, Suarez fouled Manchester United Patrice Evra, which caused a confrontation. Evra then said that Suarez had used racial terms during the argument, a claim which Suarez immediately denied.
He's a disgrace to Liverpool Football Club. Some players should not be allowed to play for Liverpool again.
On December 20th, the
Go on,
Football
Alex.
Commission
Say
found
Alex,
Suarez
King.
guilty of using, quote, insulting words with a reference to Mr. Evra's color, and suspended, quote,
Again.
on December 20th, the Football Commission found Suarez guilty, suspended him for 8 games. Liverpool and its fans defended
Oh, this
Suarez.
was legendary. This was legendary. Oh, mate. So this is a few games after. I guess United beat Liverpool, which is something that doesn't happen nowadays.
And suspended
Just celebrates in front of him.
8 games.
Oh, what a legend, man.
Liverpool and its fans defended Suarez, calling the commission's ruling subjective and Evra's account unsubstantiated.
What a legend. And all the Liverpool players back in... Oh, you're sick, man.
Suarez continues to deny the allegations to this day.
Se justificaron por algo que decía alguien, no por algo de que haya visto
I mean,
alguna
he's known for controversy. Everyone will probably know him watching this video if you watch the World Cup. I mean, he bit someone at the World Cup. He's bit someone again. He's bit someone he's bit 3 different players. He's just a controversial footballer. So I definitely would say it's almost certain that he done
pruebas.
this.
Number 6. Don Lewis tries to start an all-white basketball league.
Well, that league would flop, for starters. What the I actually just can't get over how backwards some people are. I'm so confused. Like, what the hell goes through people's heads? This is nuts.
No.
In January 2010, a man named Don Moose Lewis tried to start the All-American Basketball Alliance. The
What?
AABA would contain all white teams
And it says bans blacks. Are you actually nuts, mate? What the
and
fuck?
all white teams,
And bro, this guy is different.
and the players must be, quote, natural-born United States citizens.
It's not going
What does that mean?
to be, again, the street-type ball mentality and show is going to be different.
Clint Bryant, the athletic director of Augusta State
Sick,
University,
man.
summed it up when he said, quote, this gives you an idea of the sickness of our society. And NBA
And you know there's going to be someone in these comments for me that's going to be like backing this stuff. I'm almost certain from that video that I've done before, there's going to be someone out there who's like getting angry at my reaction for this when I'm just seeing how crazy certain people are with their sort of opinions and stuff. But there's going to be one person at least that leaves a comment and that's just going to be like, God damn. Not surprised, but that's just how people are. Innit?
NBA All-Star Charles Barkley said the very idea of the league was, quote, blatantly racist. Nothing ever came of the AABA, mostly
Of
because
course.
no city wanted anything to do with
Most
it.
people are fucking like that.
racist.
Number 5.
And it
Floyd
would flop.
Mayweather attacks
No
Manny
one's,
Pacquiao.
like, it would be the worst league, man. Come on now.
You fight 100 times, I'm gonna win 100 times.
Wait, what?
Floyd Mayweather attacks Manny Pacquiao.
I don't know about this. Mayweather going for Pacquiao. I know they had their fight, but I don't know about an incident. Wait,
You
what?
fight 100 times, I'm gonna win 100 times. Manny Pacquiao just...
It's such a shame that he won, man. I wish Pacquiao won. I'm not really. I wasn't, especially back then. I wasn't into boxing, but I mean, I don't know who people are backing. Obviously he's from the US and Manny Pacquiao's not, so I guess there's a lot of people from the US just backing him because that's just sort of how it works in boxing and sports. You back sort of one of your own. But I'm not gonna lie, seeing their sort of personalities and how they are, I would have loved Pacquiao to win, man.
After talks began about a possible Mayweather-Pacquiao bout,
Such a flop
Floyd
of a fight,
Mayweather
though.
took to Ustream to unleash a racist rant aimed at Filipino boxer Manny Pacquiao.
Wow.
In the video, he said, quote, "I'll make that motherfucker make me a sushi roll and cook me some rice." And
What the fuck, man? Oh my days, other way round, and you're like, you're going crazy about it. What the fuck? Oh,
and,
mate.
quote, "We're gonna cook that motherfucker with cats and dogs."
It's just getting worse and worse. I mean, I don't think it can get worse than the last clip where he tried to make an all-white basketball league, but, and I don't really want to compare them either, but flipping hell.
Make that motherfucker make me a sushi roll.
He can't even talk. He's talking like me, man. Stuttering all over the place.
Mayweather was immediately condemned for his statements, causing him to apologize the very next day. He stated, quote, "I don't have a racist bone in my body. I was just..."
Yeah, well, yeah. I kind of doubt it. That's the first thought that comes to your mind when you're fighting someone of that descent. I mean, come on now,
having
man.
fun. Nevertheless, the rant did not go over well with boxing fans.
I thought she was going to say that the rants did not stop there, and I was going to be like, what?
I don't have a racist bone in my body. You know, I love everybody.
Number 4, the Don Imus incident.
That's a nappy-headed hose there, I'm going to tell you that now.
Radio host Don Imus...
That's a nappy-headed hose there, I'm going to tell you that now.
Radio host Don Imus is known for controversial statements. While discussing the NCAA Women's Basketball Championship, Imus laughed along with his producer and called the players, quote, "some nappy-headed hoes." Public outrage was instantaneous, and Imus defended himself by declaring that the term originated within the black community and saying that it's his job to be funny, although he later said that he went too far. Several sponsors pulled themselves from Imus's radio show Imus in the Morning, and CBS Radio soon canceled the show entirely.
And I don't want anybody to think that that I'm trying to weasel out of these remarks, or that this is some kind of excuse, because there isn't any excuse for what I said.
Number 3, Donald Sterling is banned for life.
I am banning Mr. Sterling for life from any association.
See, I know this is the man who like announces all this shit. So he's got like a Polish name. Was I can't say his name, but I know him, and he's like the top guy at the NBA. But I don't know who the guy he's talking about is.
With the Clippers organization or the NBA.
Donald Sterling became the owner of the Los Angeles...
I know about this guy. I think I done a reaction of from a basketball channel that talked about him. He wanted to like sign just white players or something, or he was just racist towards the black players on his team or something.
Los Clippers in 1981, but in April of 2014, he was permanently banned from the NBA due to racist remarks. Not suspended, not fired, banned. It all started when TMZ released a private phone conversation between Sterling and his mistress.
I'm not broadcasting anything.
Pictures with minorities. Why?
What's wrong with minorities?
The conversation begins with Sterling expressing disappointment
What an
that she took a
absolute
picture
lizard,
with
man.
black ex-basketball player Magic Johnson, and it all snowballs from there. He then states, quote, "It bothers me a lot that you want to broadcast that you're associating with black people," before asking her to not bring them to his team's basketball games.
The little I ask you is not to promote it on that and not to bring them to my games.
NBA Commissioner Adam Silver banned Sterling from the NBA and fined him $2.5 million for the remarks.
I mean, we all know why that girl's with him. That girl's with him for one reason, and one reason only. She's waiting for him to go night-night, and then she's getting some money, man.
Found a way to make this the greatest game in the world, and for comments like that, it taints our game, and we can't have that.
Number 2,
Damn straight.
Jackie Robinson's career.
Porch monkey. Hey, know you can hear me.
Being an African-American...
Wait, what? This is from a film, isn't it? What is this film called? I feel like this could be an interesting film to watch.
2, Jackie Robinson...
I like these sort of films that go sort of on the history of certain sports, or just these old sort of American sort of set films. I like this sort of era of film is always interesting. Obviously, it's made in 2013, but when it's set in like, I guess, I don't know when, but in the past, I feel like this would be an interesting video to watch.
Career.
It's a movie to watch, not video.
Hey, nigga, no, you can hear me.
Being an African American in the 1940s was not easy. Being the first black MLB player of the modern era was almost impossible. While Robinson is now deeply respected, that was not the case in 1947, when he started at first base for the Brooklyn Dodgers. Despite being showered with accolades, Robinson's life within the MLB was a struggle. Some of his own teammates objected to Robinson's inclusion by
Bro, it's nuts how the world was not even that long ago. So I guess that film is based off this man's career. I would want to check that out. It's called... Wait, what is it? I'll check it back after. I feel like this would be a film that I would really find interesting to watch.
threatening to sit out if he played, and other teams threatened to strike. Robinson was similarly attacked on the field, with opposing players and managers physically assaulting him and calling him the N-word.
You don't belong here, nigga.
But despite all the abuse, Robinson kept playing, and playing well.
But he was a great man who died for our sins.
Before we unveil our #1 pick,
How
here
did he
are
pass
some
away?
dishonorable mentions.
Died for our sins. Ewing isn't... Oh my... Fucking hell. I know about this Shaquille O'Neal one. Yeah, this was nuts as well. This sort of got brushed under the carpet, kind of, didn't it? Bro says he was joking. He was not. But if it's the other way around, it's not seen as a joke. Like, come on now, you can't do that.
Wang Zhu, whatever your name is, you want some of Shaq food? Come get it.
Fuck me.
#1, the entire 1936 Summer Olympics.
Oh, okay.
The 1936 Summer Olympics took place in Nazi Germany. Berlin won the hosting duties in 1931, but Hitler and his Nazis rose to power 2 years later, creating an Olympic atmosphere rife with racism and anti-Semitism. Hitler was optimistic that these games would prove his belief in Aryan racial superiority, and even tried to ban Jews and black athletes from competing in the games.
Wow.
However, he soon relented after other countries threatened to pull out. Despite this, Berlin was still covered in swastika banners, and the Nazi salute was a common sight in the city.
Jeez, this would have been imagine going to this Olympics. This must have been one of the scariest possible environments for these people to go to.
World War II began 3 years later.
These weren't the Berlin Olympics. These were the Nazi Olympics.
Do you agree with our picks?
God damn, man. This video was nuts. Still don't like how it's called Top 10, but flipping hell. Hearing Floyd say I don't have a racist bone in my body goes to show why implicit and unconscious biases need to be talked about more. I love the fact that internet trolls think that they're safe behind their computers until people start showing up at their house. I mean, it's true, but you see it nowadays, and it's... Everyone on Twitter is just... That's just what Twitter is, man. Related to sports, it's just people racially abusing players. And then they'll have like a banner of a player or a picture of a player. You know how it is, man. People are nuts. But yeah, this is a wild reaction. If there's more of this sort of things, more of these sort of videos that you want me to see, I mean, I could check them out. I don't know what videos there would be out there, but let me know in the comments. And yeah, until next time, like, subscribe. Peace.